Hello and welcome to the Raceroom Pro experience. I'm Jord and today we're going to be driving an Audi DTM car at the Red Bull Ring. So we're back in the DTM Audi again in this new ranked system in Raceroom. So you'll be seeing this car quite a lot. The 5 red lights go green. Only 5 of us in the race, but it was still a pretty decent race nonetheless. We qualified in 4th. As we go around C1, the BMW in front just a little bit slow out the corner. We give him a little bonk, but nothing too serious, and we have a lot more speed than him for some reason. Don't know if he had to lift for the car in front, or I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Still there.
We brake for
Stay
T2,
right.
and just as
Car
I'm
right.
about to turn in, he puts it back up the
Still
inside,
there.
and I gave him space,
Stay
but
right.
he didn't give me any space back, unfortunately. But that's alright, it's just lap 1, as long as we get through without any major incidents. Again, we seem to be carrying a fair bit more speed than him, but we don't go for any crazy dive bombs or anything. Just keeping it nice and clean on the first lap. I think if you've seen my videos before, you know how I like to do things. And keep it nice and clean on the first lap. As long as we can keep him within striking distance, and then just stay with him for lap 2 and the rest of the race, see if we can make a move then. Coming towards the end now, the final 2 turns, and it's not been an overly dramatic lap 1. So as we just get through the last turn, I do make a bit of a mistake, a bit of a cut there, naughty George, but we managed somehow to get away without a penalty. But this is coming towards the end of lap 2 then. Same place, last couple of corners. Me and the BMW have caught what I assume is the Mercedes ahead. So them two are battling. We've also got DRS. We're going to see if we can make the most of this as they go side by side into T1, and the Merc just gets bonked off the track a bit. I pull to the right to give him space to get back on, but we've got the DRS, we've got the overspeed, and there's a little gap just between the two of them. And we do have a little bit of a nudge, but we managed to get through the gap. We brake hard for T2.
Hold your line.
Side by side, he gives us the space this time, and we're through. Another 2-for-1 overtake on T2 at Red Bull Ring. If you saw my first video of the new year in the GT3s, we did a very similar thing at T2 where we overtook 2 cars, but now we've just got to try and keep it as clean as possible and try and get out of DRS range of the 2 guys behind. Now it's worked out quite nicely for us because the 2 guys behind are still battling and we have got this little bit of a gap, so that's nice. That's kind of what we need. We just need to keep pushing and try and extend that gap.
It's now 0.9.
So crew chief telling us the gap's 0.9, so we need to make a 10th to be out of DRS range. And yeah, long story short,
Fastest lap for Mukinin,
we do.
126.41.
As Mukinin does the fastest lap. I'm pretty sure the guy in P1, Mukinin, I think he's an esports driver, so that's my excuse. Anyway, this is what's going to be my fastest lap of the race at about the halfway point. So I'll talk you through the lap.
Okay, Geordie, halfway home.
We're
Fuel looks
coming
good.
into T1, looking for the 100 board. You can probably brake just a bit after in this DTM car, but hit the apex nicely, smoothly on the power. It's very easy to lose the rear in the lower speed corners in this car, so you've got to be careful of that. As we charge into T2 now. Again, looking for the 100 metre board. Braking down, we're going to go into second this time, hit the apex nicely, again smooth on the power, unless, if you don't, you're going to lose the rear, so you got to be careful, really careful out of the low speed corners in this car. There's again 100 metre board for T3, into second gear, and a smooth on the power. That's pretty much how you drive this car. It's all about getting smooth on the power. Now for this turn, we're going to brake at the 50 board, just coast round a bit in the third gear. And this car has so much downforce, it can carry a lot of speed through the corner. So you've got to kind of try and use that and try and not put so much power down that it understeers wide, but just carry as much speed through the corners as you can. So second to last corner, 50 board into third, nice and tidy through there. Last corner, I take it in third, you can probably take it in second, but third just seems to give you a bit of better traction out of that corner, and that lap's going to be a 138.3. So not quite the 126s that Mukanin's doing, but then again I'm not an esports driver, so
P2.
I think I can let myself off for that. We did have a bit of a scary moment here where we just lost the rear, but we managed to save it. So that's what I mean, you got to be careful with the rear in the low speed corners. But that was pretty much the race. Not a particularly well, it was a stressful one because we were trying to keep the gap to the car behind. We didn't want him getting back in his DRS, but we kept it for the most part pretty consistent. And after that double overtake, we're going to get a P2 finish if we can just get these last couple of corners done. If I can get my words out. So a bit of a shorter video today, guys. The pro lobbies have been really quiet this week for some reason, so it's been difficult to get an interesting enough race to warrant making a video. But anyway, there we go, a nice P2 finish for us. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, hit like, hit subscribe. I'd very much appreciate that. I've got a Discord, you're more than welcome to join, that's linked down below. And I'll see you all in the next video.